Welcome, Sipho. We are here to have an overview of your results and perhaps a view as to what lies ahead over the next period.
Thank you very much, and looking forward to the conversation, and good to have you here to talk to us about the last 6 months and the future of Telkom. Thank you.
Profit after tax has grown by 41.1%. What are the main drivers for this growth?
Thanks for the question. I mean, the main drivers for the question are related to a number of things. The first one is that we have been able to successfully resolve the post-retirement medical aid liability. It was a huge drag to our numbers, and it's a non-cash item, roughly in the order of about 2.2 billion, and that's impacted positively our income statement. But it's a non-recurring item, and also it is non-cash. But over and above that, if I look at the operations of the business, actually there has been solid performance on the retail side. I think that our performance in data has been pretty sterling. Much as our mobile business has a lot of challenges, I think that their performance in the first half of the year, especially in terms of growing data revenues, has been pretty heroic, actually, in my view. They've grown revenues by about 50% just on mobile data. And also our wholesale business came to the party. So net, actually, my sense is that even if you strip out the one-off non-recurring items, I think that the underlying machine is beginning to get warm. And I'm hoping that in the second half of the year, we'll be able to at least sustain the performance that one is seeing in the underlying business.
It's a 2.1% year-on-year increase in your operating expenses that you're also showing, which is a success.
Yeah, I would say it's a success. I would say it's a success in the sense that, two things. The first one is that inflation is about 6 to 7%. With the current cost structure that we have, for us to be able to eat inflation to the extent that we have, actually shows that all of the cost efficiency efforts and programs that we have begun will eventually bear some fruit. Obviously, we would like to get to a situation where costs are flat, if not decreasing, actually, rather than increasing. But I think that it's a start. And I think everyone in this firm has come to the party. I think that the businesses have chipped in. Every cost item was placed on the table that can be challenged, and I think we continue to challenge all of our costs. And we will not stop doing that up until we get this business to the right cost structure.
You have spoken about the mobile business. Mobile and consumer are now one business unit for you, but I think there is an awareness that your mobile business has, it has battled to some extent. What has been the reason for this?
Sure. What we've indicated is an intention to merge these two so that we can compete effectively. We think that there's potential synergies to be drawn between mobile and consumer. In terms of the individual, it is the same person who uses a fixed line as using the mobile device, and we want to find a way in which we can converge options and solutions and products for that market. So it will become one. By the time we start the new financial year, 1st of April 2014, it will be one. At the moment, we're working on a process to integrate these businesses, and I think once we've done that, we'll be able to effectively compete in the marketplace. The challenges of our mobile business are unknown. I think the first thing is that we are a fourth player in the market, and not only are we a fourth player, but we are late. We entered the mobile market probably about 18 years, 19 years after the first players got into the market, and they had already built a very strong dominant position, and for us to be able to compete against that effectively, we are under no illusion that it was always going to be hard. We're doing the best that we can. We're looking at other solutions as well that we can get to enhance the performance of our mobile business. But I need to assure everyone as well that Telkom will always have a mobile business as part of its core product propositions. We need to fix this one. We need to make sure that it is profitable. We need to find a sustainable solution around it, both insofar as the capital appetite and the cost appetite. And those are the things that we are focused on. But if I look at the first 6 months results, I would also like to commend the mobile team, actually, because they realized that they're on a burning platform. They've reacted to a hostile environment with a lot of courage. They've looked at costs. They've reviewed CapEx. They've been looking to establish new channels to be able to sell into. So there's been a monumental effort, actually, by everyone in the firm to get us to a different place. And these results actually do show that we are beginning to lay the foundation to stabilize the company.
So in your view, you still need your mobile business?
Absolutely. We need a mobile business. We need you can't be in the telecoms business in this day and age without having a mobile business. The issue is that how can we de-risk the one that we have? How can we make sure that it is not as painful financially as it is? We are working with the mobile team to find the right solution around that and supporting them as best as we can.
Now, when do you plan to reinstate a dividend?
Well, I mean, so it's on our horizon. There's a number of things that need to happen ahead of that. Firstly, we need to be able to evidence that we are beginning the growth trajectory in our revenue dimension of our financial framework. I think that's a very, very important thing. The second thing is that the momentum on cost efficiency needs to carry through, because that will also take us to a different place. The cash generative capability of the business, I don't doubt it whatsoever. And once we are able to demonstrate that our revenues are getting an uplift, our costs are under control, we will have the right financial flexibility for us to be able to reinstate the dividend. As things stand, it looks like around 14-15, financial year, we should be able to reinstate the dividend. But it all depends as well on how, as a company and as a team, we deliver on the financial objectives of the company. And if we do deliver on them, there is no reason why we cannot be able to reinstate the dividend. And also reward our shareholders who have been very patient with us for all of the time when we were not showing any growth, we were not yielding any benefit for them in any form or shape.
Another exciting aspect is that you are planning to renew your team. What sort of positions are you hoping to fill?
Well, some of them we filled them. I think we filled the CIO role. We've recruited a very seasoned campaigner, Len de Villiers. He started as of the 15th of November. He was 10 days old. We also made the announcement of the appointment of the Chief Marketing Officer, Enzo Scacella. He's a consummate marketer, very, very capable guy, very good at what he does. We have also concluded the appointment of the head of procurement. We'll make the announcement very, very soon. That's one of the people who will help us really get full control of our third-party spend, make sure that we really get value for money and we pay value for money. So that is going to be a very important role. And on an ongoing basis, we'll constantly look to make sure that we have the right people on the right seats doing the right things. Because without that, our overall transformation and turnaround program will not take us very far.
Now, I think that the head of wholesale and networks is a very interesting position in that regard.
Sure.
Do you have succession plans there?
Well, I must first start by saying that I would like to thank Bashir Sali. He is a seasoned campaigner in telecom. He's been here for the last 27 years. He has made an immense contribution to this company. I think he literally grew up here, having arrived at the Center for Learning, really pulled himself up. And I think his story is a very powerful one, because it actually shows that with the right determination, the right effort, and probably a bit of luck, you can get very far in this company. So he leaves us in December. Even before we think about how we replace him, we really want to thank him and acknowledge him for the role that he's played. In particular with the new generation network, I think the last 2-3 years have been very tough for the wholesale and networks team, making sure that they spend their capex, making sure that they can compete with other wholesalers out there. So they've done a remarkable piece of work. Insofar as his replacement is concerned, we will obviously look internally and externally, obviously preferably internally first, to make sure that that continuity, where possible, we are able to get it, and get someone in the role as soon as possible, given the fact that the wholesale and network team is a core platform for us to be able to transform telecom truly. And without the right leadership, without the right focus there, we will not go far. So it is part of my plans actually to make sure that that gap does not last for a long time.
Now, in terms of leadership, this would play an enormous role in your strategy, and you have spoken about unveiling the company's strategy over the past few months.
Yeah.
Is it possible for you to give us a sense of that and perhaps a summary?
Sure. Well, I mean, I've never said I will. I think the media has always said that we will unveil the strategy of the company. We've defined a number of must-win battles for ourselves. I think the first one is around customer experience. As Telkom, we had already found ourselves in a situation where we were disappointing our customers, we were letting them down, we were not billing them correctly, we were not responsive to them in the call centers, we were not innovating and giving them the right proposition as and when we were meant to replace or repair or install new lines for them. We just couldn't do it properly. So there's a big must-win battle around how do we enhance our customer experience, make sure that we start to give our customers a different experience of telecom. So that's the first one. The second one relates to how we make sure that our mobile business is fixed, and is fixed good, because it will be a key ingredient in making sure that on the consumer side and also on the enterprise side, we are able to offer converged products and solutions, especially as we are looking to go up the value stack with content and services and all of that sort of stuff. It's a very, very important thing for us to be able to fix. So that's the second thing. The third thing is around our network. We truly want to make sure that our network is invincible. So the capex investment that we'll be putting into our NGN program will not stop. We'll focus it more. We will have fiber to the home where it economically makes sense. We'll have fiber to the business where it economically makes sense. So building out our network, making sure that we renew it, we invest in it in a way that is required to make it invincible, is the third component. The fourth component is around making sure that we own the home. All right, we really want to own the home. We are there. We are the only ones who can connect multiple devices through our Wi-Fi capability. We are the only ones who can be able to really provide a connected home and enable quite a lot of other services for people. The fifth thing is around our enterprise business, because we really want to make sure that telecom business super succeeds. We want to put it on steroids. We'll make sure that we can complement it, especially on the IT side and other areas, so that they begin to have the full suite of products and services that they can be able to take to market and win, especially with regards to our small and medium businesses, and also in terms of how we support our public sector team. Last but not least is how we play a role in South Africa. With the technology that we have and the capability that we have, we are not shy to realize that there is a big role that ICT can play in the economic transformation of South Africa, and potentially as well the social transformation of South Africa. So telecom will be at the heart of that. So those sort of 7 pillars will make sure that strategically we move forward, but not only do we move forward ourselves, we move forward with our customers. We bring everyone into the new century. we enable other businesses to succeed, but more importantly, we impact South Africa positively as Telkom. And in that way, actually, that would be a very good feeling for all of us.
Indeed. Congratulations. And
Thank you
very much.
Thank you very much.